Hey everyone, so last week we went over the 4 new Squires that were coming in the loot box, talked about the loot box a little bit, but we really didn't have a really great view of the cards. And now the Argent Saga team is actually putting out the full view versions of them, so I figured I'd just go over them one by one. The first one that we're going to go over today is Ash Tidemelder Squire. He's a 3-cost unit with 2,000 power. And he has 2 effects. The first one says your fire and water spells cost 1 less to play while your opponent has 3 or more destroyed towers. And it says once per turn, expel a fire card and water card from your discard zone. Deal 1,500 to target unit, and if you do, draw a card. So that first effect is conditional. Your opponent needs to have 3 or more destroyed towers, which is a little bit of a bummer. But the second effect, I think, is where his value comes in. The question is he going to change or have enough time to be effective in a very fast meta? What we've seen through the online locals and the online ACQs is, Liam Serpio and Rain Serpio are just, running pretty rampant. They really utilize Imp in their builds to pick off cards from your opponent's hand, and you haven't seen a whole lot of control decks because of that. It's just really detrimental to them. So I don't think he fits very well into a Jillian or a Jamail kind of setting, but a Rain Tux deck actually is something that would interest me a little bit. Tux being able to pitch any of the Blazewalkers out of your hand to the discard zone if you wanted to, if you had the Ash in your hand. Otherwise, you'd probably want to utilize Rain's ability for that. But being able to pick choice fire cards out of your discard zone that were sent there either by Imp or whatnot to actually banish them so you can loop them with Rain or the Omega Arc's ability, or even Leah, is something that's really nice. Dealing that 1,500 and then maintaining card advantage is pretty cool. I don't know if it's better than Rain Serpio, but it's something that might come up in the future, depending on what additional cards we get to the card pool. But yeah, so that was kind of my first thinking. I really don't think Dragonholt is super relevant right now. I don't know if this would even work in there. I guess the fact that a lot of the dragons are dead when they're in the discard zone. Maybe this can utilize it and can clear the way by dealing that 15. It also keeps your hand size somewhat healthy, which is something dragons struggle with. So maybe that's a possibility. I don't think right now we have any water dragons, though, which would really be nice because you could utilize Dragonholt's ability with that. So I don't think it fits in well there. If Imp wasn't in the game, I think this would fit really nicely into a Jillian Ursa Tovis kind of build, or maybe even a Jillian Corona. Just because the fire and water spells, being able to have all of those cost 1 or less would be fantastic, and you could just, control your way to the late game until you drop your bombs. Right now, though, I'm not so sure Ash is going to fit into this meta. I'd really, really want to try it whenever I get my playset, but as of now, I think just the color combination doesn't really work. So I think that's what's holding him back a little bit. Like I said, if I were to build something right now, it'd probably be the Rain Tux route. But I don't know if I'd run that over Rain Serpio. So just because of this card. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking of with this card. Maybe some combos and best champion spirit combinations to run with. It's kind of what I came up with, and why it would be good. That I don't think you can depend on that first effect, just because anytime you're playing water, you're more playing the control game, and you're not really pushing for destroying your opponent's towers. You're kind of waiting for your turn to get in there and make a push and swing the momentum. So you're really basing it around that second effect. And I think that's where the Blazewalkers come in. Anytime you have Expel and Fire in the in the description of a card, you automatically want to go to Planeswalkers. But that's my kind of in-depth take on this guy. I think he's got some potential. It's just not his time right now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you've come up with something else, if you guys were thinking the same thing as me, maybe you've started to build some things for those online tournaments, I'd really like to know. So, like, comment, subscribe. As always, guys, Zeppelin out.